From gardening to animals to extreme renovations, welcome to Homesteading at College Hill Farm. Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Today, or tonight, we're going to propagate some grapes. Now, grapes are one of those things that you don't grow from seed. You can grow grapevines from seed, but generally you never know what you're going to get that way. You grow grapevines from cuttings. Now I know, and I have shown you in another video, how to do cuttings to do your grapevines, to make a set of grapevines. Now there was another way I saw on YouTube that I wanted to try. Will it work? I have absolutely no idea. This is something I've never done before, but I'm anxious to give it a shot. So what I've got, I have a container with about an inch of water in the bottom of it, and I'm going to take this container, open it up here. It's just a water bottle of water, and I'm going to take some of these. Let me get one out here I want to try. Come out of there. Now I don't want it to be where it'll be sticking up higher than the jug. So I'm going to cut this off. Now I don't know where I should cut this off. I don't know if I should cut it off right at the node or an inch below the node. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a few of them right below the node, and then I'm going to give it at least 2 nodes above. Now I'll cut this tendril off, and then just drop, I'm going to take a little rooting powder, rooting hormone, and I'm going to put that in it. And what you got to make sure of, this is the little end. The nodes point up. So this is the small end, this is the small end, this is the big end. So you want it to grow in the right direction, so you want this part to put out roots. So I'm going to dip it into the powder and then just drop it into this container. Now, I'm going to do a bunch of these, and I'm going to vary. I'm going to vary where I cut them off. Well, I broke that one off. Where I cut them off. Like this one. Cut that tendril off. I'm going to cut it off about an inch below and see how it does. Now, one thing you should notice, and I don't care what they say, if you cut this off and it's not green, that's dead and you're never going to get a root out of it, okay? So, and in there it goes. And I'm going to do a bunch of these. Now, this is one of those videos that's going to take us weeks. So I will go ahead and do the video, this one, and then I will come back in a couple of weeks and do another segment to it, and in a couple of weeks do another segment. So to let you know whether it was a success or a failure. Okay, what they didn't tell me in the video on YouTube was that the bigger around the branch, the farther it is between the nodes. So you can't get 3 nodes in here if it's a bigger branch. So I wound up having to use the smaller branches, which is just fine by me, and it's probably true that it was just going to be that way. Now if I open this up, and we'll take this paper off, you can see I got about 40 branches in there. Now what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to put the lid on and keep this in a cool, well-lit place out of direct sunlight. Well, my basement is cool and it's well-lit, so I'm going to set these on the floor of the basement. I leave the lights on all the time, so in about 2 weeks we'll come back and have a look at these and see if they're developing roots. Okay, I'll see you in about 2 weeks. Here we are with our grape propagation video. If I look at this, I'm going to let you look under the bottom here too. Okay, I don't see anything that resembles a root starting. None of them look like they have any roots beginning on them. Now, that doesn't mean that they won't, but I'm going to say most of these look like they're completely dead. So I'm going to say that for me, this is probably a bust, and I probably won't try this again. But it was just something that I saw on the internet and wanted to give it a shot, and I really don't think it's going to work. I might be fooled. I'll keep it in the thing down here for another few days. It's 10 days in. It's 10 days in, and there's absolutely nothing showing. Now, a couple of these look like they might be trying to fruit, but trying to bud. And I'd say if they're going to bud, they're not going to do anything. Maybe this should have been kept in cold storage. I don't know. I'll probably try it again sometime, but I'm a little discouraged with it right at the moment. You know, these homesteading stuff, it don't always work. So if you like this stuff, subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll get to see what we do each week here on our homestead. And garden along with us. We're in Zone 6. Okay, it's time for me to get on to the next thing.